Welcome back to the Chicken and Duck Podcast. I'm Rye, and this is my brother, Ken Adams, where we talk about anything and everything regarding pop culture and mostly movies. And just a reminder, if you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball. Um, First thing, before I ask Micah how he's doing, I want to say Happy Easter. He is risen. We are thankful for what happened 2,000 years ago on the cross. So, Happy Easter from Chick and the Duck. Um, yeah, Micah, how are you doing?
Doing good.
Yeah,
Yep.
hanging in there.
Yep. Nearing the end.
Uh, I always forget. I'm always like, oh, Mike is almost done with school, and then I'm like, oh, he's almost done with school.
Yeah, it's like weird. It's very weird because it was never weird until very recently because I've graduated before.
You also haven't been there long enough.
Yeah. It's my third year
Yeah, it's not fair.
and um I've graduated before, but it was weird because I had realized I've never graduated though. Like I'm finishing school altogether
Yeah,
forever, which is weird.
and like I didn't get the experience. You're walking, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't walk, but also like I graduated kind of mid COVID, so it was like
Yeah.
I wasn't doing anything anyway. I was never in class. Like I don't know. Just you like actually,
COVID graduation.
yeah,
Easiest graduation ever.
yeah. So that's crazy though.
Yeah. It's weird.
Mm-hmm.
Um but yeah, so this week, I worked on my senior project,
Mm-hmm.
printed some posters
Yeah.
right above me.
Yeah. Hood
They're
Canal.
they're there. There's also some like right there on the
Oh,
ground.
okay. Gotcha.
Um but
How much
yeah,
did you pay to print those?
$0.
Oh, I forgot.
Yeah, I went to my lab and printed them. But from an actual printer, I mean, I get 12 by 18 like cardstock, like heavyweight paper.
Yeah.
It's not even poster paper.
Yeah.
It's like thick paper. And I get that printed quite a bit for stuff. I just got one printed for our friend Tyra to give her sister for her birthday.
Mm.
It's $5
For one.
for one. It costs like $6 for like two unique prints. It's very cheap.
Where the heck do you go? Because
A local,
Walgreens, I
it's
spent
just a
like
local. I don't go to industry. I go to local print shops.
I went spent $97 on freaking five prints, dude. Like
Yeah,
this is ridiculous.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
crazy.
But yeah, so yeah, I did that. I made a Maureen Wallen poster for her. This actually turned out pretty sick. But
For someone or
yeah, for Tyra, our friend's sister's
oh,
birthday.
gotcha.
Yeah,
That's cool.
yeah. Um, yeah, did that. Let's see, did a report.
Mhm.
Sucked. Had a report due. Draft due.
Nice.
I'm like 90% sure it was completely incoherent, but it's okay. It's a rough draft.
Yeah, it's
I
whatever.
actually got an email yesterday from our professor for that class about ChatGPT.
Did you really?
Well, our whole class did, but
Oh yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah. What'd they say?
basically addressing how to do it, how to use it, and all this kind of different things.
How to use it?
Yeah, so we're allowed to use it.
That's dope.
Um, yeah, it's like because so difficult and all this different things. Like basically, what she's talking about, it's like how do you tread this water, all this different stuff. Um, she's basically saying that you can cite it. If you
Interesting.
used it, cite it. When she's like, I'm all for using it to enhance all this different stuff. It's like, but you need to have proof that you like did work, stuff like that.
It's the same thing as Googling. It just does it for you.
Yeah. So basically, she's like, just be honest about it. which I actually didn't use it for my report.
Oh, really?
For the most part, I had to write my abstract. So I
Yeah.
copied and pasted my report, and I was like, write an abstract.
Mm.
And so I did
Nice.
it for that. But like, that's taking my original work and summarizing it essentially.
Right.
Um, but yeah, so she's talking about like how to format in text attributions quotations according to Chat GPT dot dot dot.
Yeah.
Uh, footnotes use Chat GPT 4, to format final paragraph. Um, in the reference page, add something like Chat GPT 4 April 2nd, 2023 prompt. Write a paragraph about how bicyclists can use etiquette when sharing a trail with hikers and horseback riders.
Mm.
This chick is, I don't know, she was all for it, apparently.
That's so interesting.
It was interesting.
That is really weird.
But yeah, so that sucked doing
Yeah.
that. But now I'm pretty much done with that class for
That's
the
cool.
most part because I just gotta, edit it now. I don't gotta rewrite it, which is nice. And
Right.
then um do a presentation on it kind of thing. But it's an online class, so I think we're just like making video presentations. I don't
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
know. Easter, went to Easter service.
Where'd you go?
Red Mesa, something, something.
Was it good?
It's a small one. It was something.
Was it like? Like, what do you mean?
He had a little bit of some
Oh, did he really?
false preaching issues and contradictory beliefs and all these different things.
Well, what
He
like?
didn't even give a Easter service
Really?
message either. So yeah, that was like the first thing. He's like, sometimes I give an Easter service message, sometimes I don't. Every weekend's a celebration of the resurrection.
Okay, it
I'm
still
like,
doesn't mean you don't talk about Easter.
I'm like
It's like,
one I came here to hear an Easter service. I have, yes, exactly. Every weekend's a celebration of the resurrection, but not every weekend's an Easter resurrection service.
yeah,
And I'm like, and also you are aware, as most churches are aware, is that you have new people who come for the Easter service, and then you give you just you try to draw them in with something they know,
uh
give them
huh,
new perspectives, that kind of thing. But yeah, he did not give a Easter service
it's weird.
sermon. He talked. he he was very arrogant. He
Interesting.
his message was like very focused, and he had like the belief that Christians are like better than other people. Yeah,
Really?
he like was giving an analogy where he worked in construction and then he was trying to preach the gospel and like evangelize and all this stuff.
Uh huh.
And then a buddy of his who, or not even a buddy, I don't know, a worker or someone, he chimed into his conversation and talked about the gospel and all these different things. But he knew that this guy was not practicing good faith
Right.
and all this. So basically, he's saying his sins means that he cannot preach the gospel and share the gospel. And he's like, "Yeah, buddy, I don't need your help." That was his exact words. Or, "I don't need your help, buddy."
Bro,
Or
what?
it's something like that. Or I don't need help from you. Like he said it like that, like you, and all
That's
this different things. And then later in the message has the audacity to go like, God is the only one who can weigh the heart
yeah.
and intentions and all this. I'm like, I don't know. The dude was not good, and he also was not good at preaching.
Really?
Yeah, like he did preacher mannerisms and vocalizations. Like the emphasizing and
Uh
like
huh.
the
Yeah.
the calm and like compassionate, but it's like with no intent, absolutely zero intent.
Oh,
Like
interesting.
this house had a door.
Like, and it's not to say that
and
like
they
to be a
look
pastor you
out
have to be
the
good at preaching,
window.
but
No, you don't. But he also believes that you're not called, that you can't be called to preaching.
what?
That the church calls you to preaching. You can't call yourself to preach
What does
to
that even?
ministry.
What does that even mean?
He believes that only the church can decide who can be a pastor.
The big seat, like the whole church, like everybody in the
like
world,
like
the
like
local,
elders,
like a
him,
local
the
church.
actual
Okay,
pastor, like
okay.
the local church can decide who is going to preach for them, and people aren't, you can't just decide to be a preacher, basically,
I mean,
which is
people get
not correct.
called because they hire them, but like,
Yeah, like correct, yes, obviously
yeah,
you decide who's going to preach at your
yeah,
church,
but like just because
but
you're
you
not
don't
a,
decide that the person is a candidate.
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
and
no,
you might be like, hey, come, I think that you have what it takes to be,
right.
a preacher at our small church. La la la.
That's so weird.
Nah, dude.
That sounds so
Yeah,
strange.
it
Sounds
was yeah, it
very
was very big, big like
just
big
issue.
religious nope.
Oh wow, this like super like conceited and kind of arrogant and
It was very arrogant, which is weird. You know what's weird is that we walked in and he was like up at the front, and I
uh-huh.
was like, I think this dude's the pastor, and I'm like, this dude looks like he thinks he's the ish because he's a pastor.
That's so weird.
This was before he said a single word or anything.
Who? So you, Maddie, Jackson, Lauren went. Whose idea was it to go to this specific one? Do you just look up a
Well,
church?
Maddie and I had been here before, and it was not so bad. It was very traditional,
Uh
which is
huh.
why we didn't go back to it,
Gotcha.
because it was very like grandma grandpa service, where it
Yeah.
was like
Yeah. Yeah. No.
everything was just straight, like you know what I mean. Where
Yeah. Like
it's
really
like
old Baptist church.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
I get
And so
it.
we were like, this is really not, like, we could just read our Bibles if we wanted to hear the word of God and just taken straight from the Bible and said to us.
Yeah. No, not very dynamic preaching. I'm guessing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not very I don't want to say like interpretive, because
Yeah.
obviously it's like yeah, there is interpretation in the Bible, but that's not, obviously pastors aren't just their own personal interpretation of the Bible.
Right. Right. You do a little bit more than that. Yeah.
But like that's, I don't know what better word to use, but like taking the word and like actually applying it and
Yeah.
preaching it,
So,
not just
like it was
quoting it.
more like this is how like uh this is what the Bible says. This is what the commentary says about it. Like just the explanation of it, not and then not taking to the next step of here's an illustration so this sticks in your
Yeah.
mind and here's how
Things
you
like yeah,
do
yeah,
this in
things
your
like that.
life. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So very old school.
Yeah, very old school. And the worship was still, man, it was very
Yeah.
old.
Very old. That's just okay. I mean,
And
it's
not, I'm not even talking like it was like hymns. I'm not even talking. It was like back and forth. Like they were like, is Jesus worthy of our love? He is.
oh, it's like
Like
liturgical.
response and all this different,
Yeah, interesting.
and it was like, it was that kind of stuff. So I was like, "Ugh." But
So very interesting Easter service.
very interesting Easter. Actually, I wouldn't even call it an Easter service. Very interesting service.
Yeah. Well, you'll have to.
But
Yeah.
it's whatever.
You can also watch some of you and read
Which
your
is what
what you
what
and
Maddie
Maddie.
and I said we should have done,
Yeah.
and what we usually do.
Yeah, and
Um,
read your Bible.
yeah,
Do you guys read the Bible together?
no,
No.
we
Okay.
barely we barely see each other.
You and Maddie?
Yeah,
Why?
she's always busy in the beginning of the week, and then I'm like usually busy in the end of the week.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah,
Rough.
usually see each other like 2 or 3 times a week, maybe.
That's crazy. You guys live next door, pretty much.
Yeah, really, really close. Yeah,
Yeah.
but yep. So that, and then we had Easter brunch. Pretty good.
Which was
We had
good. Nice.
cinnamon rolls, bacon, eggs,
Nice.
fruit, all good stuff.
That's cool.
And then we went to Sand Hollow.
Yeah, chilled.
Got a little sunny sun.
Sunny sun.
Um, met Bernie's mountain dog named Bobo. It
That's
was like
awesome.
the cutest dog
That's
ever.
so cool.
Yeah, it convinced I'm getting a Bernese Mountain Dog. It
Really?
was so it was one of my funniest, hilarious story because Maddie didn't know what a Bernese Mountain Dog was,
Really?
but she told me no. So it's like one of my top three dogs. It was like we're gonna get a golden retriever as our second dog. We get a dog together because that's what Maddie wants.
For
Like,
sure.
and I want one. I want one too. So like we're obviously gonna get one of those. Like so I'm either gonna get a chocolate lab or a Australian Shepherd or a Bernese Mountain Dog.
Mm-hmm.
And she said no to the Bernese Mountain Dog. And then Kylie sends a picture on like a road trip with her friends, and there was a Bernese Mountain Dog in their car
Yeah.
with them. And she becomes absolutely obsessed with Bernese Mountain Dogs, and is like, "You have to get one of these. Why don't you get one of these?" And I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, "Maddie, that's a Bernese Mountain Dog." Like, oh, but yeah. So basically, on that day on Sunday when we went there and met Mr. Bobo, um, she was like, "Yeah, you need to get a Bernese
Jenna
Mountain
really wants one. Should we get one too?
Dog. Do it."
She really wants one.
Jackson's getting one too.
The only problem
Jackson
is,
and I both have wanted one this like whole time or whatever, but I was
right?
gonna end up with the chocolate lab because she didn't want a Bernie.
Yeah, I would love one. They're adorable. They're adorable puppies. They're adorable as like adults too. They're
They're
like
just big teddy
they're
bears.
like yeah. So that's cool. I
So
really want a
sweet.
dog,
They're
and
very loyal and protective too.
that's
Also,
that's
very good trait.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
I love
So they get really attached to family and are super protective.
it. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Ugh. Nice.
Oh, and then I guess last things earlier today I was at breakfast with Tad and Ty.
Oh, you went to breakfast. Nice.
Yep.
That's cool.
Yep.
That'd probably be fun.
Hmm.
Oh, nice. My week. What did I do? Thursday. I did something Thursday. I went and saw two movies this week, like in theaters, which I'll talk about later. I feel like we did something on Thursday. I'm trying to remember what I did Thursday. I did something. We had Good Friday service, which was fine. I we oops we went through the seven sayings of Jesus on the cross on Good Friday service, and like we would like sing a song, read the verse, and then someone would say something about the verse, and I said something about three of them, which was cool. It was fun.
That was
Um,
cool.
Jenna's parents came, um, uh, and like yeah, it was simple. It was about an hour, nothing crazy.
Yeah.
Saturday, I went to Barnes and Noble to look at um I went to well, I was gonna go for like 5 minutes, but I went to look at like Devos and like how they structured them, and I took pictures of them and all that stuff. I was looking at them, just curious how they did them. But I ended up
Hmm.
spending like an hour there, like just looking at books and like different types of like business books and like movie books, and I ended up buying. Let's see if I have it. You would probably think it'd be cool. I'm guessing. Yeah, it's called "What If Jesus Was Serious," and it's a visual guide basically. And so like you go through it, and it's kind of like devotional style, but
Hmm.
like it has like pictures and like just different
Oh,
things.
nice.
So it's like it's really cool idea. I'm like, dang, if I ever write a book, I need to text Micah my notes and have him draw pictures, because that's it just looks cool to look at, and like the visualization of it is really cool.
It is cool.
um but I also decided, this is totally random, that if I'm ever a lead pastor at a church and we need a graphic designer, I'm hiring you part time. Whatever you're doing, I'm hiring. um,
Perfect.
or full time, depending on the church, I guess. But no, so that's I spent like an hour there, and I was like, I got this $20 that I got from Jenna's grandma for some reason. I don't know why. But I kept holding on to it because I was like, I want to buy something else. But I was like, nah. And I usually buy books with like my church card, but I was like, I should buy this for myself. I really want, so I bought it.
Yep.
Then I went to the library, because like I do really good productive work at a coffee shop, right?
Hmm.
I ain't trying to spend $5 every time. Like it's expensive out here.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, where can I go? And so I've been going to the library now because I can sit in like a little cubicle type thing. It's quiet, and I'm just like it gets distracting having three monitors.
Yeah.
So I just was sitting there and I was studying Psalm 22, which was fun. I did some reading, did some writing, planned out all the devos I was gonna write, and did some research on movie things like that for the book.
Sweet.
Um, and then Sunday was good too. We had Easter service, which was like fun. It was fine, like nothing crazy. My friend Patrick, Kerfers, the Peter's son, came,
Hmm.
which was awesome. It was good seeing him there, and I mean, I've been asking him to come to church for a while, and he came, which is cool. So, then we went home, came back, Vietnamese, and I gave you would have liked this message. It was cool. I called it Easter in Narnia, and I took clips from the obviously it's from the book, but the movie. It took clips from the movie that led up to like all the events of what transpired obviously 2000 years ago, but also in the movie. So it was like Edmund like betraying Aslan and sinning, and like the Turkish delight being sin, temptation, and then it was like uh Aslan's meeting with the White Witch, and then it was Aslan being killed on a stone table, and Aslan then resurrecting, and then the Aslan killing the White Witch. And I like
Hmm.
took each clip and then had a verse and said something about it. I thought it was really cool.
That is sick.
The kids really liked it, and they were like, I never like they're like I can like picture this in my head now, and like all these things. And so it was fun. And then they do a huge feast after the Vietnamese because they just make food galore, but I can't eat any of it. Um um but then and also Saturday I went to a somber Saturday event with the Vietnamese in Portland, and then we went to Wingstop after. It was really fun. Uh,
Nice.
and Easter dinner was good. Funniest thing was we were talking with Jenna's grandparents and family, and I was talking about how I watched my 1000th movie on Letterboxd, technically. And Jenna's grandpa goes, "You need to find something to do." And Carla, Jenna's mom, goes, "That's what he likes to do, Jim."
That's what he likes to do, Jim.
I was like,
Funny.
"That's hilarious."
Sitcom moment.
Yeah, it was very sitcom-y. But commie pause. No, that it was fun. It wasn't like anything crazy. Like we ate dinner, we hung out, we watched the Masters, and then we went home. And then I went on Monday. I went to the driving range, which was a blast with Patrick, and caught up and talked about Jesus and did all those things. And yeah, it was a good time. Went
Yep.
to went to breakfast on Monday morning at a place in Portland that was delicious. I can't
Sweet.
I can't eat much, but whatever. It was probably the best like portions I've gotten for like it was like a cafe in Portland, and I got like bacon and eggs, and it came with like a huge thing of hash browns, a decent side of scrambled eggs. There's like 6 pieces of bacon, and then it came with like 5 pieces of like toast. It was like this big. Obviously, I couldn't eat it, but I was like, dang, like, I need to
Yeah.
come here when I can eat toast. This looks delicious.
That's
Um,
sick.
so it was a good week. Um,
Nice.
pretty typical. FaceTimed Elijah. That was funny.
Yeah.
Sent you the picture of him when I said, Elijah, fit check. He just
Set it on the ground.
set it on the ground, stood up like a weirdo. That was funny though. Yeah, I think that's it. I'm trying to remind myself anything else. Yeah, that's all I've been doing. Um, yeah. Pop culture moments. The biggest thing in the news for most people, this is not like news, but like social media news, is Chris from Mr. Beast. Um, Obviously, it's been like you could tell he's been dressing differently and like has put on makeup and
Feminine, yeah.
more feminine, which like he's allowed to do that. That's fine. I mean, not fine. You know what I mean. He's allowed to do that. He's a person. Um, but then it led to him saying and tweeting that he's on hormone replacement therapy,
Hmm.
and then it's just been in your face, like everything Mr. Beast has put out since, and like they did a live stream where I mean, people are clipping everywhere, but what Chris is wearing and how he looks is just very he's just transitioning,
Yeah,
I guess.
he came out transgender. So.
Mm-hmm. Which like he's allowed to do, but the controversy has been what the old Chris is like. It's been like he left his wife and like he still has his kid, like he still spends time with his kid, but like what impact does that have? And then like seeing Mr. Beast and Chandler and uh Colin. Who's the other guy? Not Carl, but the other guy. I don't.
Yeah.
What is it?
What is his name? I can picture him.
I picture him too. Anyway, but those three basically their reactions to how Chris is acting. So
Yeah, people are just basically pasting clips all
everywhere.
over since now like the feminine side has been like slowly coming out. They're posting clips from old videos, all this different, just about like Chandler and but it's mostly Chandler and Jimmy
Yeah.
being like unhappy, like visibly unhappy and
Yeah.
uncomfortable.
Yeah. It is. I mean, they do look uncomfortable. Some of them is probably like just like context, like they're not actually
Yeah, it's
uncomfortable. Like
like you
to
just
say that he's reacting to like they're posting so many like he's not reacting to everything he says. Like it's just it's not
I
like
know like the one main one I would say like is that's I mean I would say like 99% chance it's just a load of garbage. Is the one where he's like talking like nice shirt, nice shirt, nice shirt. And he
yeah
goes nice shoes,
yeah
and it's like people are like he. What is it? It's always captioned like, uh, Mr. Beast speaks out against Chris
yeah
or something
no
like that. And
he's
I'm like, what?
well because like you get someone randomly is like nice hat. It's like nice, and you look at their body and you're like and then you just say something like that's
Yeah, or
very normal reaction.
yeah, it's either that or he was just like trying to be funny and didn't think of it. He was like nice, and then he just didn't think he
Because
said
obviously
shoes.
Chris was wearing a crop top.
Yeah.
So people are like, no.
Uh,
Um, I don't know.
yeah.
You can. I'm
Chandler
sure
looks the most upset.
he does. Well,
He just looks so over it.
Chandler's like a Christian though. Like
Yeah.
he's like an actual like to some extent like
Yeah.
he's
So is Jimmy. I just say, yeah.
Jimmy's more agnostic. I think like he believes God's real because he grew up a Christian, but he's less.
Yeah.
Um, then Chandler, from what I understand, Chandler's Twitter bio says like Jesus loves you or like I love Jesus or something like that. And he's in
Yeah.
a committed relationship, either married or engaged, and like so Chandler's
He,
very
he also got he definitely got hit on by stinking Chris, dude. Did you see
yes,
that clip?
yeah.
That's so it was so
It's
disgusting,
just
dude.
weird and
He's just
like
like he's just sitting there.
he's like yeah. Um,
Yeah.
so I mean, it's obvious Chris is obviously allowed to do what he wants to do in terms of like it's he's allowed to do that, but obviously he was like this redneck guy, and it just shows you like how dangerous like the social media and like that influence type of stuff is if you're not careful. I mean, like he's just totally
Things you take in.
yeah. It's you gotta be careful. Um,
Yeah, it is because it's very
like how
very different.
he's so
It's just
different.
not possible.
You know.
It's just there's just no way.
Yeah. It's not like he didn't just wake up one day and be like, I'm trans. Like there's a progression that things being fed into his, like, our minds are very powerful things, you
Yeah.
know? And if he's mentally, like, obviously we're not going to get into whether or not if you're trans it's mental illness, or we're not going to get into that, but like the mind has something to do with it.
Oh yeah, I mean 100%.
So it's sad. I mean, I didn't love Chris, but like
No, but it's definitely it's awkward.
it's, yeah,
It's making the content weird and
yeah.
like all this different stuff.
The funniest thing is like Mr. B 6000 would, what would
I
Mr.
know.
B 6000 say? It's just, that's funny, but
It is funny.
um regardless, it's
And it's also so what's really interesting too is how people's personal opinions affect like social media culture and things like that. Like the minute the the overall like reaction
mm-hmm.
social media wise has been pretty against it.
Yeah.
And then because of that, now like do you see like the old clip or whatever from the video where he watched the Jake Paul music
Oh,
video
and
for like 10
he
hours
said
and he
the N word.
says hard R or whatever.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like that's been a thing forever, but now people care about it because they don't like him.
Yeah.
Because he did something they don't like. And
Yeah.
it's so interesting to see how internet culture works like that. So now people don't like something, now they want to attack it.
And I also don't like, as wrong as I think Chris transitioning is like morally, as wrong as as weird as it is to watch, I don't like when people are like, "Oh, Mr. Beast is just keeping him on so he doesn't get canceled." Like Mr. Beast loves
Yeah,
Chris.
yeah, yeah, I guarantee he cares about him.
Like he cares about the whatever guy, girl, whatever. Like he cares. Like they've been friends for, like, it'd be if any one of our best friends, like heaven forbid this doesn't happen, starts doing that. You don't just drop them like the
Yeah.
last week's mail. Like it, you just don't. Like I'm just tired. Like you can think it's wrong and still care about the person deeply. You know, like
Yep.
I don't know. It's just, it is weird. It is uncomfortable. It is these things, but stop trying to make Mr. Beast say something, and
I know they're trying to play so many things.
it's just annoying.
It is.
But
Yeah, for
um,
sure.
another interesting thing that happened this weekend. If you don't know, Transformation Church, they're a church in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Um, they're a mega church. They're huge. Their pastor is Michael Todd, who is a very famous pastor slash author. And they had an Easter service.
Um,
I bet you prefer the one you went to over that.
they definitely met on Easter.
They um essentially, oh gosh, how do you even describe it? They put on a performance
There was multiple performances,
of
including like rapping, singing, girls talking about their butts.
uh-huh.
Like there was I mean, a girl got crucified on the cross.
Yeah, girl in all white crucified. Yeah. Um
It was very weird and bad.
yeah, it was just it felt very, some people say demonic. I don't know about that, but it felt very wrong. I mean, it was wrong in
It
general.
honestly, I would say some of them I can see where people get demonic. Some of the things were had very like a very like satanic feel.
Yeah, and nonetheless like heretical or like blasphemous is probably the
It's
right
definitely
word.
blasphemous
Yeah.
and it was super I think the reason why it felt satanic and demonic was because it was super ritualistic.
Yeah.
Heavy ritual vibes.
Yeah. And obviously I didn't watch the whole thing. We've only seen clips. I should
Clips.
maybe I should watch the whole thing. I don't think it will matter. Like it's just so, and that's what I still don't understand how people follow this guy. Like I just
Yeah, I know.
I don't get it. Like, uh, I get he's like so good at communicating. Hearing the dude talk is crazy good. But yeah, I've seen there's a church in Florida that does things like this. Not
Yeah.
like that. I mean, they put on like performances and skits and stuff, but that felt like like you said, it was like a ritual. It felt
Yeah, it was super ritualistic.
and just things you just aren't met for church.
Hmm.
If you want to put on a performance about Easter, like I guess don't do it during Easter Sunday service. Like do it Sunday night. Be like, hey, come back if you want. We're gonna put on this performance. I mean, don't do that because what they did in general was bad. But
Yeah,
and like the whole butt thing was just like, Doug, what
it
is?
was. Yeah, it
I
was
don't care
like
if you're trying to make a
so weird.
point. Like, what point are you trying to make? It doesn't matter.
It was like an inclusive thing. They're talking like about how girls. I don't even remember what it was. It was something about like guys and it was saying like, well, your girl better have a big butt, and it's like, I don't have a big butt. It's like,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
okay. We include you anyway. It's like, what?
yeah. It's so bad. It's so bad, man. Um, yeah. Just stay away from Transformation Church. Stay away.
Yeah.
I've I've tried listening to that dude talk sometimes. Like, and he just like I'm like, oh, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. And then he says something. I'm like, what are we doing here? Like the other day he said like he was talking about like LGBTQ stuff, and he one point he made people were up in arms about. He's like, at being like, oh God, why couldn't you made like a middle ground? Like, I'm not sure. Like, why couldn't you have done that? Which people were like, God made male and female. Like, why would you like he's a false teacher? I'm like, he's just saying, like, I don't understand why some people deal with this and why God was like, no, this is what it is. And I was like, that's a fair thing to say, I think.
That is a well. That's yeah. That is a fair thing to
Cause
say. It's
like
very, very human.
yeah, because I
Not understand.
I in a
You know.
sermon on a Sunday was like, if I was God, I don't like the idea of hell, but that's what He chose. Like, it makes me uncomfortable. That's like that's similar. That's a similar tone of what was said. Like, it's
It's
just like
what he said is basically the biggest one is the compared to is the if God is it's like why does God let people suffer?
yeah, yeah. And so it's like, but
The
God,
Almighty being or whatever. It's an inner struggle. That's really what it is. It's just
like
a human
if we
struggle.
were God, we would do it differently, but we're not God, and God's perfect. So, but
Yeah.
he went on to say he's like he was like he was making this inclusive statement of like if you're trans, like you're welcome here, like you can be a part of this family, which is good, like that's fine. You want to be loved. He's like, it's in our name, like transformation. I was like, no. I'm like, dude, slow
That's
your.
not what that
That's not what
means.
that means. So you made the name, like it was just. It was like, oh, you're. This is actually decent in my opinion. And then it was like that. What are you doing? So
It's not quite the transformation we're talking about. I
no.
guess we're all religious trans, I guess.
I guess so.
We all are death to life trans.
It's the weirdest thing.
Yeah,
So I was like, yeah, stay away from Uncle Todd. Seems like a
that's
nice guy,
interesting.
but
Yeah, that's interesting. Well,
um, the next one you found, I didn't see this, so you said something about it.
yeah, more soda rebrands.
Yeah.
Fanta and Pepsi. I
Uh,
like both. Rye's not a fan of Fanta,
it
and we both like Pepsi.
I like the font. Okay, the Fanta one that I have a problem with is I don't like the oranges at the bottom.
Mm,
Unless I didn't
yeah.
see the right thing.
No, there's just different. Yeah. Okay. So there's just different like things you can see. Like the whole they use different types
Oh,
of
I
logos for
see. I
different
see.
things, you know?
Yeah, I see now.
So
Oh,
what's
they're
on the
making
cans
Fanta. They're
is
making Fanta Zero Sugar.
yeah.
I'm on board. I lied. I'm on board. I'm on board.
But yeah, I mean, I think they look good. I love the cans. I love the overall rebrand.
I
Honestly,
I
I think
will
the illustrations they made, the illustrator they had, it's super awesome.
I will
But
say though, I don't like everything being rebranded to like this minimalist. Like I do like the look, but I'm like not everything has to be, you know?
yeah, I would say, in my opinion, I think this is a step in. a better direction than minimalism, because this one is a little more of a poor example because Fanta's their last logo was technically a part of the minimalist movement,
Right.
but it still wasn't super minimalist.
Right.
So I would say this one didn't really get more or less minimalist,
For sure.
but I like it. I like it a lot better. I like the blockiness a lot better than the round font.
No, I get that. I
Um,
agree. I like blocky things in
and
general.
yeah, and it appeals more to like a younger audience, which I think that Fanta's historically a lot like younger soda for whatever reason.
Yeah. I love
Kids
Fanta. It's great.
appeal to it, but
Just go to the store.
Pepsi's
W.
Pepsi's is definitely a W. Theirs was a clear step away from minimalism.
Back to their original.
Yeah, and it's still very simple to the point, which is
Mhm.
like it's a good thing. Being simple to the point,
Mhm.
understandable, not having unnecessary elements,
For sure.
is all great things just from me as a designer or whatever.
Right.
But I think I love the Pepsi one. That Pepsi logo is my favorite.
It's super
The
good.
the older, I don't remember when it was, but now this Pepsi logo is probably my favorite they've ever had.
Oh yeah, it's great. It's super super well done. It's simple. It's nostalgic. It's got everything you want.
Yeah, and soda brands are now like leading with zeros,
Which is crazy.
which is yeah,
I
it's
I
pretty wild. It's a big deal.
I don't know why. I'm for it. And like honestly, why would you not drink it? If it tastes just as good, why not get zero sugar, zero calories? Like why would you not?
Yeah,
It makes no
exactly.
sense. Make like
Yeah,
logically, literally makes no sense. Why would you drink things that are I mean, maybe it's worse for you chemically, I don't know. But on the surface, it looks better.
yeah, exactly.
I'm not gaining weight because I mean if you drink enough, I guess. But like in
Oh,
general,
yeah, for sure. But that's pretty much with anything. If you eat too much of something healthy, you're still gonna gain weight.
yeah. You're just
I.e., carbs. If you eat too
yeah.
many carbs, you're gonna gain weight.
Right. Yeah.
That's how that works. That's just how our bodies work.
If you
Doesn't
drink
mean
too much
carbs are
water, you'll die.
bad for you.
Water's great for
Exactly.
you. But
Exactly.
too much of anything's bad, depending on
Yes.
what it is. Jesus is probably the only thing that's too if you get too much, it's not a bad thing. Because I don't think you can.
Yep.
Nah, rebrand, sick. Um,
Oh.
Star Wars Celebration happened.
Yep.
We got some good news and we got some okay news. I'm not. We'll get to it. The first thing, there's a lot that came out. I only put in like 4 things that I like actually cared about. Because I'm not a Star Wars buff. Like it's not like San
Yeah.
Diego Comic Con Marvel, but Carrie Condon will star in Skeleton Crew. That's an absolute W because I love Carrie Condon. She's great in Banshees,
Yep.
and I don't remember what Skeleton Crew's about, but I remember. Oh, it's about what is it?
It's got like the pirates in it and stuff.
Yeah.
So it'll be cool. The pirates were sick. Um, Carrie Condon's awesome.
Yeah. Dave Filoni, upcoming Star Wars film is expected to be the epic conclusion of the Mandoverse. I think was it this one? It was. Oh, there's one movie. What do you think about that? I'm looking something up.
I don't know how they announced the end of the Mandoverse, but like already, because from what I know, Favreau's the one that was like, Mando's gonna go on for like 8 seasons.
Really?
Yeah, he's like, yeah, we could do like 8 seasons.
Interesting.
So I guess they're not doing that many seasons, but
I wasn't.
which I don't think they needed to, but
No, I also was like, didn't. I was like, cool. This is cool, but like, I don't like where Mando's going. And then obviously we got last night's episode, which changes my mind a whole lot on where this is going. The other thing that I forgot to put on here is like the Acolyte series, which obviously I'm not like super pumped for it, but the funniest thing is how they described it, whatever the chick's name
the
is.
chick, oh my gosh, made me want to off myself.
She said it's like Frozen meets Kill Bill.
And she also was
What
like
does that
talking.
mean?
She's like, it's just so awesome because it's so like girl empowering. She said like girl empowering like 6 times in the span of 35 seconds because she knows nothing about the show or Star Wars.
Yeah.
And it's like blatantly obvious. And it was the most cringy thing ever.
Yeah. It's about,
Yeah.
and she's like, oh, Star Wars has been patriarchal. That's how you're gonna get people excited. Tell a bunch of Star Wars fans that Star Wars is patriarchal. Dog, have you not met Leia? Leia's like a central figure to the whole freaking everything.
Yeah.
People don't like Rey because of writing, not because Daisy Ridley was bad. Daisy Ridley was
Exactly.
great.
It was not her fault.
What if, like, we're talking Natalie Portman? People love women in
It's
Star
like
Wars.
worshipped.
Stop saying that there's not, like, I get make a woman's story. That's fine. I don't care. Like, that's great. But don't be like,
Yeah.
girl power. It just sounds so cringe. It's so forced.
Yeah. It's facts.
I don't know. But I just thought, like, people just saying things. Frozen and Kill Bill. You could just say Kill Bill. What
Kill Bill.
what in the world is it going to be Frozen?
Yeah, what are we implementing?
Is it
musical?
Is it just snow and you just said Frozen? Like, what is this? Oh gosh, it's funny. For what the next one this is the most excited Star Wars project. Oh my gosh, James Mangold. He did Logan. His upcoming Star Wars film will be set 25,000 years before the known timeline. So before, what's the first thing? Phantom Menace, right?
Yeah.
And will explore the origins of the very first Jedi. Mangold has described it as a biblical epic, compared it to the Ten Commandments and the Passion of the Christ, is what he said. That's so sick. That is so cool.
Well, yeah. I mean, it is. It's how it should be. Jedi is like 100% a religious group.
Yeah. Their whole thing
is super religion based.
The Force is the Holy Spirit. What do you mean?
It's in all things.
Lightsabers are the word of God. This is
the
sword. No, that's so cool. And like the origins of the first Jedi, like whoever the first Jedi is gonna be so dope. And
I will just say it literally has to be perfect.
Yeah.
Like we're talking about the first Jedi. This is now going to be the staple as the start of the Star Wars universe.
Yeah.
If you mess it up, you are screwed.
Thankfully, the creator is James Mangold, or the director, I guess. But he's like coming up with it too.
Yes.
And he made Logan. So he's also made other things. I just don't remember what else he's made. I'll look it up actually. But no, this sounds cool. It sounds more than cool. And then last Star Wars news that we'll talk about. What else he made? Oh, he made the Wolverine. He made Ford v Ferrari. Yeah, and he's got the Swamp Thing coming up too. Yeah, I'm excited. The last thing, Daisy Ridley will return as Rey in, I'm gonna butcher this, Sharim Obaid Chinoy upcoming Star Wars project. The film is expected to show her rebuilding the Jedi Order. What do you think about that? Give it good writing.
Yeah, and again, literally all these are just, the only problem is that literally every single one of these could be awful.
Yeah.
Just because Disney's proven that they can suck at making Star Wars movies. They can also be really great. So all the concepts are completely fine.
I hate the Rey hate. I hate it.
Yeah. And realistically, I mean, most people don't. It's just very loud few.
Loud minority. That's the food most things.
But the only problem is that the movies just really are the sequel trilogy limited this concept a lot.
Yeah.
Just because Ben.
Well, I heard that they're gonna try to resurrect him.
that could be even worse. So I
Yeah.
think they should just stay away from that. I remember the last time they. I guess she's back.
Somehow Palpatine
Palpatine
returned.
returned.
Oscar Isaac. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, so I'd say stay away from that, but I think that Luke and it should have been Luke and Ben.
Yeah,
But
obviously.
and I mean and Ray, but I'm saying they should have done it better. It should have the story should have been the main character should have been Ray, but the main character really should have been of the whole like redemptive arc kind of thing
Mm-hmm.
should have been Ben Skywalker
Yeah.
because he's the actual Skywalker. So it should have been, Rey is this important character because she's the one who restores the Skywalker name, not she becomes a Skywalker somehow by saying she is.
Just because you kissed Ben doesn't mean you're married. In 6th grade.
She just went to the homestead. The Lars homestead and was like,
Right.
That's the funniest part too. You want to know the absolute funniest part about that movie, and people don't even talk about it, is the fact that when she went Tatooine to declare that she is a Skywalker, she went to the Lars homestead, which is obviously that's where Luke went, and that's where Shmi went. Anakin's mom when she was given to them, but it's not really Skywalker at all. And she was like, now that I gaze upon this desert planet, I am a Skywalker.
Yeah.
The end.
I do think it's cool. Maybe this is the only. Maybe I'm gonna be the only. I think it's cool that her lightsaber's yellow.
It is cool.
I don't know why it's yellow, but Dave Filoni hinted that color means something more than just like, oh, blue's good, red's bad. So I was like, I'd be interested in why it's yellow. So
I think there already is some meaning for
yeah.
that kind of stuff set in place, but
yeah.
He has a big thing. He had a big thing with lightsabers though recently, and the next thing, right? I guess it would be the next thing, but it's in trailers, so.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we'll touch on Ahsoka when we get to trailers. Super Mario Bros. Becomes the highest grossing opening for an anime movie. It's made like 370,000 million. It's made like $390 million basically. So far, probably more. This was as of like Monday that this was. Yeah. Cheat code, literally infinite money glitch. The best part, I'll get to my thoughts on the movie later. Goodness, because I did see it. But like the whole Peaches thing is hilarious. Hilarious. So funny. Jack Black wrote it. And that it's eligible for an Oscar as Best Original Song. And I think the funniest part about the entire thing is that this kid's movie. I get it's Jack Black. I get that it's famous, but it's Nintendo. I'm still thinking this is Nintendo X Lyrical Lemonade. Hilarious. So, I mean, you're talking like the dude that makes these like amazing music videos for like Kid Leroy and all these rappers.
Big artists.
And it's just like Jack Black and singing as Bowser to Peaches.
It's hilarious. The music video looks great,
it's
though.
Awesome.
It looks so awesome.
No, so it was cool. I'll talk about the movie. I still think you should go see the movie.
Oh, I'm going to see the movie.
Yeah. We don't have to talk about this long, but HBO Discovery, they've been like obviously bought out, all that jazz, but their streaming service will be called Max.
Sick.
Cool. And then the cast of Creature Commandos came out. I don't really know anybody's name besides Frank Grillo as Rick Flag Sr. and David Harbour as Eric Frankenstein, but it's just cool. The point I want to make is it's just cool that they're casting things, and I'm getting excited for DC stuff,
Yeah.
like James Gunn's DC stuff.
Yeah.
And then trailers.
Yeah. Continental.
Continental. You haven't seen John Wick 4.
Universe. Yeah, but the Continental's in all the movies.
I know, but it's definitely there's a post credit scene that leads.
Yeah,
to,
yeah.
But it looks good. I don't know what's like. I don't know if they're
Killing people.
Yeah, it just looks
probably
like a lot of killing people. Yeah, I'm not mad about it. I'm excited. It's like a 3-part series, right? Like
something like that. 3-part thing.
Event on Peacock.
Yep.
Which I'm like, Peacock? Why Peacock? That's interesting.
Fool's Paradise.
I forgot to watch this.
I watched half of it.
What'd you think?
I pretty much got the idea.
I think it's supposed to be like this comedy, right?
It is. It's like some mentally unstable person looks exactly like an actor and then finishes starts acting.
That's hilarious.
But he's like he like can't speak or something or can't hear. I don't know. Something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, I'll watch it because Charlie Day's directing it. It's his directorial debut, and I think that's great.
Nice.
And he just played with Luigi. So, the Marvels. We got a trailer for the Marvels. I am definitely on the side of I think it looks good. I don't think it looks amazing, but I think it looks good. What do you think?
Yeah. I think it looks all right.
It looks.
I don't know. It's hard to say. It's hard to say at this point.
Yeah.
I think a lot of it kind of was. A lot of the trailers showed a little too much. Whatever Kamala.
Mm-hmm.
Too much Miss Marvel.
I like her though.
Film. So do I. But I just don't think I'm. I have no problem with her. Just nothing she's gonna do is ever gonna interest me because she's. Everything surrounding her is made like kid quality, which is I don't know, it's just super uninteresting to me.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, she's probably my favorite out of all three in term mostly because I just
Probably Monica Rambeau, to be honest.
I like her as an actress so much because she loves Marvel so much, and I'm like,
Yeah,
cool. It adds to it, and she just knows like the whole across the Spider Verse thing when she's like, Oscar Isaac, Earth 19999, like Amon Villani said that on the red carpet. She's like, as much as Kevin Feige wants to say it's Earth 616, I think it's Earth 19999, and I'm like, it's. She's just super likable. I think obviously Nick Fury, Samuel Jackson in it is great. I do like Monica Rambeau too, and maybe the writing's better for Brie Larson, so maybe she'll become more likable. That'll be great because I don't dislike Brie Larson. Her character just sucked.
Yeah,
but then the whole switching places powers thing I think will be really interesting.
It will be interesting. I think
how they work together and all that.
Yeah, how it's gonna go down.
What I don't think is what someone said on Twitter was like, I think this is Marvel's 2001: A Space Odyssey. I was like, no, it's not. That's
in what way?
That's the craziest take I've ever seen.
Yeah, in literally what way?
So, because it's in space. Yeah, so it looks good. I think it'll be better than most Marvel stuff that's been put out recently, but not like the best. So,
the Penguin.
The Penguin
looks really good.
Looks very awesome. Like, I am here for it.
Can't wait.
It's gonna be so good.
Yeah, it is.
Just inject it straight into my veins. I want all of it. Colin Farrell is incredible.
He deserves the world. He's so good.
What and all Matt Reeves deserves the world. What he's doing with the lore of the Batman is so good.
Yeah, it's true.
Um, yeah, it looks awesome. It looks. Oh, I'm excited for this side of Batman. I hope Robert Pattinson makes an appearance in some way. Um, I mean, the Batman's like one of my favorite movies. Of course, I'm excited for this. So,
Yeah.
um, when does it come
Um.
out? 2024. Oh, it's a while. I forgot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, still
Oh
very excited.
well.
I'm still very excited for this.
Yeah. Ahsoka trailer.
Soka. It looks very good.
It does look very good.
Um,
It's got a lot of returning characters.
Thrawn returning is sick.
It's
Um,
got
the
the
whole
girl.
it's got the whole crew.
Yeah.
I forget what Ghost Crew. Yeah, Ghost Crew. It's got a whole Ghost
Yeah.
Crew.
Yep.
Um,
It picks up like right off
after
right away.
Clone Wars, right?
That's what I think. That's what I saw. But actually no. I guess I saw something that said it's not immediately after, but
It's like after Mandalorian.
like it picks up the scene picks up the same way that Clone Wars leaves off, or Rebels. It's
Rebels leaves.
Rebels.
Yeah,
That
Rebels.
Rebels leaves off like identical scene, but people are saying that it's not
Right.
immediately after. But it
Right.
looks like it's immediately after, so I don't know.
Yeah, we'll have to see. Um, what were you saying about Dave Filoni?
Oh, his lightsaber thing.
Oh
The
yeah,
villain, his orange tinted red lightsaber.
yeah.
He's like, yeah, because when I was younger, the coloring wasn't perfect, so sometimes it'd be more red, sometimes it'd be more orange, and all this different stuff. I don't know. I think it looks sick. The
I
color,
didn't. I didn't think
I
it looked
think the
bad at
color
all.
looks sick.
Yeah,
Like,
I
yeah,
was
I noticed right away that it was not like red,
red.
but I
Yeah,
was like, still red.
it's still yes, and it. I didn't don't like that. I don't. Star Wars fans really be mad about everything.
True.
Like it must be so annoying to be like a diehard Star Wars fan because you like hate
You know, you
everything.
have to hate everything.
Like
I don't even know how Star Wars fans are Star Wars fans. 'Cause it's like you spent the past how long hating everything? How do you even like Star Wars stuff?
and I get when something is like really bad. Rise of Skywalker was really
Was
bad.
really bad.
But like I don't like The Force Awakens as much, but that wasn't really bad.
No, the first one was not very bad, and then
The
the
second one's
second
not
one wasn't
horrendous.
great. Yeah, but it wasn't horrendous. It's still manageable. But then
It's
like things like Solo was a good movie,
Solo was fine,
but
but like
people hate
I
that.
hate it. Book
Yeah,
of
I
Boba
know.
Fett sucked, but
Yeah, that one really sucked. And people apparently didn't like Cad Bane in it, which is so weird because he looked so perfect.
it looked amazing. It was awesome.
People are like, he looks terrible. I'm like,
Star Wars fans just want to hate,
what?
bro. It's hilarious. Glad I'm not
That
like a diehard Star Wars fan. But yeah, Ahsoka looks good. Rosaria Dawson is perfect. She's just absolutely wonderful. Um, so
But
I'm
yeah,
here. I'm here.
villain looks like a W though. He just
Thrawn.
well, not him, the Jedi, or
Oh,
well, the Sith.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um, gosh, who is he played by? So good. Is this really the cast?
What do you mean?
Well, one, it's Ray Stevenson,
Oh, okay.
but it has Hayden Christensen is in the cast.
Um,
Is he actually in it?
not confirmed.
He's in the IMDb cast.
Is he really?
Yeah,
Interesting.
for episode 1. Anakin Skywalker, Darth Vader.
Maybe. That'd be cool.
That would be sick.
Um, I did not know
But
that. Huh.
That would be cool.
That would be very cool. I mean, I love Hayden Christensen. He's awesome. So
Yeah, I want more. I want
I
more
want,
Darth Vader. I want more Anakin
I want a
Skywalker.
Darth Vader horror movie.
Yeah, we've been saying that for so long.
Long time. Alrighty. Well, probably should move on from
Moving on.
our news. You did our top 5 today. You picked it
Yep.
out.
Realistic purchases, adult purchases, responsible purchases.
Things we want to buy.
Things we want, need, necessary, whatever.
Yeah. Um,
All right.
I'll start us off.
Do it.
So my own first honorable mention is like a this, but if that doesn't count, then this. If it doesn't count, I said posters. I don't want more posters. I don't know. I always want to buy new stuff. I want to print Hood Canal stuff. That's all. We didn't talk about that. We lose the Hood Canal. Basically, we'll talk about it next week more in detail because we don't have time. But sad day for the Paulsons and the not diners. They already don't have it. And the Renners and Whitney.
Yep.
Anyway, family. But posters. Always want posters. But the other thing I said is I want to purchase / go in on with like, I don't know, 6 to 8 people, like a creative studio. And build out like a workspace, build out like a podcast kind of room, and like all spend money collectively with a bunch of people so that like, everybody that's creative can use it and have a shared space, and it'd be like, $150 a month depending on where you go and all that stuff. I think it'd be sick. I think it's a great idea.
Yeah.
I could see me and you doing it in the future when Jen and I make more money, and obviously it depends on how much money you're making with Maddie and stuff, but I can see us doing it ourselves. I think we probably will, but it'd be cool to go in with some people. But
yeah,
I say creative studio or posters, either one.
Definitely.
Yeah.
My number 8.
Yeah.
I have boring old suitcases.
That's a great one, bro. My suitcases.
I need suitcases. I don't have suitcases.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
I use mom and dad's, but they're old, and I want nice suitcases. I need a carry on and a big one, and like maybe a duffel too if it comes with a set.
That'd be sick.
Spendy, few $100, but something you need. So.
Is your number one still the same thing as last time?
I don't know what it was last time.
Oh, okay.
To be honest.
No, that's good. I need suitcases too. I want nicer ones. I have some, but they just kind of suck. Okay. My number 7, my second honorable mention, is something that's always on my list, but I found I said pocket knife. I always be buying pocket knives. I think there's I want one more that like for functionality.
Yeah.
So like I carry this one that you got for me quite a bit because it is really nice. It's got this thing. I like it a lot, and it's got sentimental value. And I'm saying I'm buying one more, and because obviously our thing is like getting each other pocket knives for our birthday. That's like one a year. That's fine. And I have a couple of other ones for sentimental, but I use that one and I use this one quite a bit because like it flicks out. It's nice and small. And then I use this one, but it doesn't flick out. So I want one that's like this size, so like a little bit bigger than the 2 that I use the most, the one you got me and my other one. But also I want one that's spring assisted, and there's 2 on Amazon for like $13 and $18 that one's all black, one's wood, and they're pretty nice, and so I want to buy those. Or one of them at least. So
that's sick.
Yeah.
Yeah. My next one I want to get between 2. But first one is necessary.
Okay.
Costco membership. So that's a good option. Yeah. The other one I had was another membership subscription based. I want to find a magazine and get a magazine subscription that I want.
We should start
some art based. Some art based.
That'd be cool. We should start our own magazine. That fire, actually. That'd be cool though. A magazine subscription's dope. Um, my last honorable mention. Another two-parter because I don't really know and I just cheating apparently through this entire list. But I said tattoos because I always want tattoos. I should put tattoos with pocket knife because there's two things I always just want, but they all cost, you know. So I want more tattoos, of course. A couple options I got coming up, but then I want like a dog. Really want a dog. It's not higher because it just won't freaking happen. um, like I'm getting closer and closer to convincing Jenna. Maybe if I said a Bernese Mountain Dog, she'd be like, "All right, let's do it." But she doesn't want a dog in an apartment. I'm like, dog. We're gonna be living here for a little bit until you start making bank as a counselor. So,
Yep.
we'll see. I want a dog. It's not bad,
Yeah.
but
My number 6. It's not super necessary.
okay.
It is a nice thing to have.
Uh-huh.
Um, I want to get my Cayman boots, my nice dress, but they're expensive. So they're an investment.
They're an investment.
They're spendy. They're like 500 plus.
Ooh, yeah, I see that. They're nice
I want
though.
I want the Tacovas ones. Tacovas Cayman. The all brown ones.
The men.
5.95.
Yeah, I see him. Okay, do you know what's funny? I looked up Cayman boots, and the first thing that came up was Western Chief Boys waterproof printed rain boot, and it's Lightning McQueen boots. I'm like, hey, those are only 33, Micah. You could get those.
I could get them.
No, those are sick. I'm getting a new pair of boots because of Palmer's wedding, and I don't know how much they are, but they're very, very nice. I like them.
That's sick.
They're dress boots too.
Yep, gotta get the dress boots. I'm gonna wear these for my wedding, so
W.
I got the all clear.
Oh, for Maddie.
Yeah,
That's
I could
great.
wear she said I could wear boots.
That's great.
Yeah.
Just no hat.
Just no hat.
Nice. Those are sick. Those are very spendy purchase. My top 5. I'm not on the Apple Watch train. One because mine broke. But I do want a smartwatch. I want a Fitbit. And not like the most expensive one. Just like a smaller one that just does the job of like maybe looking at text messages and like keeping track of all the health stuff and workouts. Like that's it. Like simple. I really want a Fitbit.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's a good one. I want an actual watch. Like a nice one. Like an heirloom watch type thing. I can like give my kids something real nice.
I do want I got this for wedding, but
yeah.
I want a black watch that's like this nice.
Yeah.
I want a watch so nice that I call it a timepiece.
That's hilarious. My number 5 is digital. It's also a skill, sort of. And it's also paired with something. It's not a course. It's also paired with something higher. Okay. I want to pay $300 for lifetime DaVinci Resolve.
That's a great idea. That's a great idea.
Yeah.
Lifetime?
Not for. Yeah, you pay it once. It's a one-time fee.
What is DaVinci Resolve?
Editing software.
That's what
video
I thought.
editing.
Yeah.
But like really nice.
Yeah.
Like professional. But yeah, I don't want to learn how to use it and all this stuff. But it's not for like really anything professional. Like it could be.
Yeah.
I've talked about this, but like a dream, obviously the dream job, I would love to be like a wildlife videographer, photographer, blah blah blah.
So sick.
Photography would probably be my dream if I could make like a living wage doing it, guaranteed.
Yeah, not design.
Probably be photography. I mean, they're like hand in hand, but
Well, I guess
if I could just edit pictures and take pictures and go places and take pictures of things.
because I guess that's
that'd
like
be it.
your dream that like most likely won't happen.
Yeah, exactly. Like
Because like
I
you will
most likely
probably
won't get to the point where I can just travel places and take pictures and
because
live
you
off of
most
that.
likely will make a living from design. Like I
Yeah,
yeah
exactly. And
yeah
I'll also take pictures. I just won't be for that purpose. I'll take pictures to use in my designs,
for sure. That'd
things
be
like
cool.
that.
That'd be cool. That'd be so
But
unique. That's the niche. That I don't know. Maybe I don't know.
yeah, but yeah. So I really the most like the reason I want to get it isn't even for that. Like it'd be cool, but I want to do it to make like professional home
Mm-hmm.
videos
That'd be
kind of
cool.
things,
I really wanted
color
to.
grade, all that kind of stuff. But for videos of my, what I'm doing.
Yeah, I want to do it. I want it for the pod and like other personal things.
Yeah,
I'm gonna write it down just so I don't forget.
yeah. It's a 295 for lifetime updates. You
That's
just get
amazing.
it.
That's amazing. My number 4. I put shoes. I don't get shoes very often. I wear my cowboy boots, I wear my work boots, and I wear my freaking um Birkenstock clogs because they're comfortable. But I want Nike Dunks, or New Balance 550s,
Hmm.
or Stan Smiths.
Yeah,
Um,
sweet.
Most likely, I'll probably get either New Balances or Stan Smiths, but because Stan Smiths I can get at the employee store for like $3. Um, but yeah, I want some shoes, particularly just like 1 or 2 pairs, and I'm good for a while.
Yep. Yeah,
But
sweet.
yeah,
My number 4 higher up than yours, probably just because it's more realistic for me. It's a dog.
nice. Oh, once you get a place, you can
Yeah,
and
once I
and,
get a place, I can
and,
have a dog.
and a job, I guess.
Yeah, and a dog.
Yeah.
Yep,
And you said Bernese Mountain Dog.
that'll probably be it.
Who's buying it for you, Maddie?
Supposedly that was like thing, but I doubt it.
Because they're expensive dogs too.
They are, yeah.
Um, my number 3, I put books because I couldn't think of anything. Realistically, something that's coming up purchase wise, I'll change it from books, Disneyland stuff, going on vacation.
Yep.
Um, so I'm gonna be paying for that in 2024, and also probably coming to visit you and Maddie in October, which is cool too.
Yeah, Dad texted me about that.
Yeah, he's like he wants to
Like
play with you in
he
a
wants to play.
yeah, and well, because he's like, I was like, I like pickleball, and he's like, I didn't know, and he's like, well, if he goes, well, if I can't go, then you and Micah could play in it. I'm like, if you can't go, then I'm just gonna hang out with Micah. Like, we don't need to play in a pickleball tournament. Like, it'd be fun, but like,
Yeah.
I'm not exactly like itching to play in a pickleball tournament, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
So anyway,
That's funny.
yeah, I mean, books, but yeah, a couple trips that I got paid for.
Sweet. My number 3, I desperately need and want a
Mm.
second monitor. A nice one. An
Uh,
actual nice one. Like I
yeah,
could get one from
yeah,
you
yeah,
or at home. We have extra ones.
but like a
But
nice,
like the same one I have, like another pretty nice. It doesn't need to be insane refresh rate, obviously.
of course,
But another like 27-inch ish.
like 75 hertz.
Yeah.
Yeah.
75, just a great resolution.
It's
All
like
that kind of thing.
the one I just got for my birthday is like a Scepter 75 hertz. It's great. It's awesome.
Yeah, exactly.
Um, my number 2, shocking, shocking. I want hats. Um,
Wow.
there's 3 in particular. I want to show you. Oh, did I email it to myself? I don't think I did. Dang it. But so there's one that says like Sola de Gloria. It's like a 2-tone hat. So you know, like hats are like snapbacks, but it's like one color's this and one color's that, and like the
Yep.
whole middle is like there's no like middle line down the middle, but it's like this. It's a cool looking hat. So there's that one. There's one that says Sayla, like that brand Sayla clothing. I want it
Mm.
so bad. It's so sick. And it'd be funny if I have a daughter and I do name her Sayla that I have a hat that says Sayla. I think it'd be cool. But then realistically, the one I want the most is a custom one that's chicken the duck, and have it be like beige and like a green bill, whatever they're called, with like, and it just says CNTD on it.
Mm.
Um, and I can buy the hat for like $5, but and then I would go to like Lids to get it embroidered because
Oh yeah.
I could get it embroidered on the website I'm looking at, but it's like $45 for the hat to do that because it costs to embroider it that much. I'm like, I'll just go to Lids or something like that.
Yeah.
So I want that hat really bad. I want to have cool chicken the duck hats that I can wear for every occasion.
Sick.
So
Yeah. My number two, I want a music setup. Things that entails. I just clumped it all together. One, I need to buy a really nice speaker. I want to get a really nice speaker,
portable speaker or speaker for your room?
like portable,
Gotcha.
but also big,
Yeah. Oh,
boxy
okay.
speaker.
Like one of the big JBL ones, like that,
Yeah, stuff like that.
like for boating and like
Yeah,
summer thing.
that
Yeah.
that kind of stuff. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
take it, hang out, all that good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then I want like CD music setup. I want to get a really nice, good looking CD player. Some
Dude, I've looked
speakers
for,
with
I've
that
looked for you. I
shit.
can't find one.
I found a couple. They're expensive. They're like $200,
That makes sense.
but they look good. They're more like just like a they look like a VCR,
Yeah.
but that's like as nice as it gets. And that's I mean that's kind of the look I want anyway. So
Right. Like a minimalist kind of.
and then I said all the CD albums that I want, which are generally pretty cheap. They're like $10.
It's great. It's great for me. I like. Yeah, I can get you.
Yeah, you
Oh, I
can
just
get me.
thought of the thing that I really wanted to start doing.
What is that?
I want physical copies of movies in a Blu-ray player,
Oh yeah.
like badly. I also don't know how much more I'm gonna collect Funkos because I love them, but I only want Spider-Man ones nowadays, or like ones that are like from TV shows and like just characters I like some
Yeah,
Disney. But I don't know.
you
Yeah,
could for
transfer
trans transfer
Move,
collection.
movies cost a lot more.
Yeah, they do.
No, that's cool.
You could search for one. Be a whole search thing.
Yeah,
Thrifting.
that's true. That's cool though. Getting your CDs nice. Have a nice
Yeah.
collection and be able to play some. Your Spotify numbers or your Apple Music rewind would go down.
By a lot. That's
but if
okay though.
but hey, it's for the love of the game, I guess.
Yep.
My number one thing. This is easily the thing I want the most. It costs $500, which sucks. But I want a Sony ZV-F1F digital camera. It's like the best vlog slash you can take pictures. It's got great quality. It's portable. I really, really want it. Really, really bad. Um, I might just ask for it for Christmas, my birthday, like one present. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like from our parents, because it's like I want it really bad, and I do like I use this one and I like it, but I
Yeah.
like it just I want to be able to take videos with it, and this takes such bad videos. And
Yeah.
like the reason I like this because it takes like not the best pictures, and I like that feel. So I want to be able to have both.
Exactly. No, that's valid.
Yeah,
That's my number one. Just and interesting enough that the exact camera is one of the cameras that I want.
yeah.
But
It's just
my dream camera definitely Fujifilm X100V, but it's like $1,400. So
oh, it's a point and shoot. Is it a digital camera?
yeah, it's a film mock
Oh
digital
yeah,
camera, like the nicest one on the market.
it's literally so nice.
It's insane, but yeah, they're like $1,400. So
That's great,
it's a bit of an investment.
to say the least. To say the least. Yeah, that's what we want, or we're planning on buying. I'm planning on buying. I'm gonna save for all at least some of these things.
No, I'll probably have pretty much all of these. The last one I probably get will be the Fuji film.
I'll probably get all these things with maybe not the dog, but within a year,
Yeah, I would
six
probably say the
months,
same,
6 months maybe.
except maybe the dog.
Yeah, dog's tougher.
It is.
um, move on to our draft.
Yeah,
Actually, do you want to do the draft or you want to do this bracket?
I don't know what the bracket is, to be honest.
The
But
bracket is literally just I put in like 100 animated characters, and then I randomize the pool, and then we just will go this versus this and pick.
okay.
And
So,
I wasn't feeling the draft. That's why I put it as an option.
okay, cool. Yeah.
We'll do the draft some other time. It was gonna be Man Crush. Start the tournament. Oh, this. Oops. Come on. Just loading. In this bracket, you have to put like what game you're playing. I put Uno. All right, what is this doing? Okay. All right. Starting off, we got quite a few. Some will be easy, some will be hard. We can debate. Popeye versus Johnny Bravo.
What was it? Sorry.
Popeye versus Johnny Bravo.
Popeye.
I agree. Um, Rare Rabbit or Tinkerbell.
Probably Tinkerbell.
I would probably agree. Yeah. All right. That was like to get in. So now that's technically round one is those two because it was a weird number. But now at the one spot, this is random versus the 128 spot. Yeah, there's a lot of them. Dr. Doofenshmirtz or Popeye?
Dr. Doofenshmirtz.
Easy. Easy. He-Man or Cruella DeVille?
He-Man.
I would agree. I do like Cruella DeVille. I think she's great. No Face, which is Spirited Away, right? Yeah, yeah. No Face or Boss Baby.
No Face.
No Face. Winnie the Pooh or Mickey Mouse? I'd probably go Mickey.
Probably Mickey.
Chichiro or Dory? That's hard.
I would say Chichiro, but
Yeah. Dory's got more movies, obviously.
yeah. I don't know. I would say Chichiro is a goated character.
Yeah, we could
Best
go
animated movie.
Yeah, we could go Chichiro. Or
So
Chihiro.
Chihiro.
Alright, this is Cusco or the Pink Panther.
I got Cusco, bro.
Really? I would say Pink Panther.
Love Cusco.
He's hilarious. I mean, they're both good. We can go Cusco. He's one of the most underrated movies. Hey Hey, the chicken.
That's good. That's a good character.
Or Wonder Woman.
I'm going Hey Hey.
I love Wonder Woman, but Hey Hey's the goat. Moana or Master Oogway.
Oh, Oogway by a landslide.
Oogway's the goat. Literally could win this whole thing. Oh, this is Pikachu or Sonic.
Oh, that's tough. That's pretty even too. I'm gonna go Sonic for
I like
mine.
Sonic better too. But I love Pikachu. Flynn Rider. I don't know if you love Flynn Rider. I love Flynn Rider. Or Chicken Joe.
Oh gosh, dude, that's not fair. I like Flynn Rider too, but I don't think anyone's gonna beat Chicken Joe.
Chicken Joe is so good. I gotta go Chicken Joe.
Oh, he's the goat.
Captain Hook or Dora the Explorer?
Um, I don't know. What do you think?
I don't know. I'd probably go Dora. Iconicness, quotability. Captain Hook has not been the best portrayed. And animated has been good, but
True. Yeah, probably Dora.
Dora. King Julian or Stitch?
Oh, Stitch.
Yeah, it's Stitch. That sounds easy. And I completely randomized these, so I don't. Peter Pan or Pluto?
Oh, that one's pretty tough.
I
I'd say probably Peter Pan. Honestly,
I was gonna
I
say
think he's more.
Pluto.
I think Peter Pan's just more dynamic.
Yeah, probably.
Pluto isn't like one of those. He's not like a hey hey.
Doesn't like
Where
talk.
he's like
Not very
got
funny.
like it's not doesn't have any kind of iconic role.
Naruto or Nemo?
That one's tough.
I gotta say Naruto.
Yeah, I think that people might be upset, but I think Naruto.
Hiccup.
Hiccup.
Dude, you gotta wait. I'd say the next or Jiminy Cricket.
Hiccup.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh man. All right, that's fine.
for sure. Or we can flip a coin. I don't care.
No, we can do Hiccup. It's fine. Shrek or Alvin and the Chipmunks.
That was Shrek.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Eve from Wally or Wiley Coyote.
Wiley.
Yeah, it's got to be Wiley. All right. Patrick Star or Tigger.
Tigger.
Yep. I agree. Bing Bong or Sinbad. I'm hard Sinbad. I love Bing Bong, but
I would say I would say Sinbad.
Frozone or Bart Simpson.
Probably Bart, to be honest. As
Oh.
much as I love Frozone.
Over Frozone?
Way more iconic, way more dynamic role. I feel like that's really hard to compare.
Yeah, it's true. Mr. Fox from Fantastic Mr. Fox or Master Splinter.
Ooh,
That's hard.
Not nice.
I know.
Probably Master Splinter, but that makes me sad that Mr.
Right.
Fox is gone.
First round too.
He's a great animated character.
So good. Scrat, Ice Age, Scrat, or Garfield.
Probably Scrat.
I gotta go Scrat there because he's just too intertwined within his universe. Scooby Doo or Jessica Rabbit.
Oh, that's a tough one.
Maybe on looks. Scooby-Doo.
That's so funny though.
Jasmine or Fred Flintstone?
I gotta go with my girl Jasmine.
I'm gonna go Jasmine too.
That was my Disney crush.
Yeah, it wasn't everybody's. Oh, this is tough. Goku or Korra?
Ooh, that is hard.
Yeah. Oh man,
I don't know. Goku's really iconic. I mean, they're both iconic.
Yeah.
I don't know. Probably Goku, to be honest.
Probably, yeah.
Korra's awesome, but
Buzz Lightyear or Megamind?
oh, that's tough actually.
I do love Buzz though.
I love Buzz too. Megamind's goated. He's underrated character.
Is an underrated animated character.
Probably Buzz.
Let's do it. Arthur. This guy, Arthur. Or Ferb.
Herb.
Ferb all day. Ferb's a favorite to win this whole thing. He's one of the best characters. Oh, there's one coming up that you're not going to like at all. Charlie Brown or Eeyore.
Oh. Two of the most depressing characters in all of animation. One because he's depressed, the other one just because he's depressing to watch. I hate Charlie Brown.
Really?
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
I like they're like fine.
Yeah.
But
I would say Eeyore. I think Eeyore's iconic.
I would say Eeyore.
He's hilarious. Woody or Scrooge McDuck?
Probably Woody.
Yeah.
He's great. Scrooge is great though, but
Tow Mater.
Peter Mater.
Or Bugs Bunny.
Oh.
I know.
That's very hard.
I am going to go with Bugs Bunny.
Yeah, based on iconic.
Yeah. All right. I don't know how you feel about this first character. I love him a lot. So this is hard, but I almost guarantee your answer. Howl from Howl's Moving Castle. Do you like Howl?
Yeah.
Or Toothless?
I'd say Toothless.
Yeah, I knew you were gonna say Toothless.
For sure.
Yeah.
I love Howl though. Howl's probably one of the most dynamic animated characters ever.
Simba or Poe?
Oh, that is so hard.
Isn't that
I'd probably say Simba.
I would too, even though Poe is like amazing.
Poe is amazing. I would just say Poe's because he's not the best.
Simba's like one of the best characters ever.
Yeah.
Aang or Tinkerbell?
Aang.
I agree. All right. Mulan or Chip and Dale?
Mulan.
Yeah. I love Chip and Dale, but Littlefoot from Land Before Time.
Ooh.
Or Dipper Pines.
Oh, that's difficult. I thought there was no way Littlefoot wasn't winning.
I know, right? I haven't watched Gravity Falls in long enough to actually pick Dipper, so I would say Littlefoot.
We could do Littlefoot.
Yeah.
But let's just acknowledge that Gravity Falls is amazing.
Spirit, the horse, or Remy, the rat?
Remy.
Yeah, it's gotta be Remy. Tweety Bird or Timon and Pumbaa?
Timon and Pumbaa.
Yeah, that's easy.
Imagine getting a duo. That sucks.
Yeah.
Going against a good duo.
Baymax.
That's a great character.
Or the penguins from Madagascar?
Honestly, controversial. I'd say Baymax.
I say Baymax too. I love the penguins, but I think Baymax is one of the best Disney characters.
He's probably one of the best Disney characters.
All right.
So cool.
SpongeBob or Static Shock?
Oh. See, SpongeBob's like really iconic, but Static Shock is goated.
That show is so good. Like,
yeah, I'm gonna say Static Shock.
Yeah.
Just to upset people.
Donkey or Larry the Cucumber?
Oh man.
You gotta go Larry, right? Larry's so good.
Larry the Cucumber guy.
Stewie or Jimmy Neutron?
Jimmy.
Yeah, Jimmy's so good. Baloo or Mike Wazowski?
Mike Wazowski.
Yeah, Mike's amazing. I love Baloo though. Minnie Mouse or Jerry the Mouse?
Jerry.
Yeah, it's gotta be Jerry. Sorry, Minnie. Perry the Platypus. I'm already gonna put him in, even though who he's going up against is sad. It's Snoopy. It's Perry the Platypus though.
Yeah.
Shadow, like Sonic Shadow.
Yep.
Or Melvin from Happy Feet.
I always loved Shadow, so
Same.
I don't have to say Shadow. I always thought he was so cool.
I'm so excited for the new movie when it ever comes out. Pinocchio or Ben 10?
I don't know. Honestly, I think those are both not gonna make it out of the second round.
No, I'd say Pinocchio.
Yeah, I would agree.
Mort, Mort from Madagascar,
Mm-hmm.
or uh, Darkwing Duck.
Darkwing Duck,
Yeah, sadly, I love
but
Mort's
and I'm
hilarious.
looking for Lynn.
Rick Sanchez or Sully.
Ah, that sucks. Solely
Yeah.
Rick Sanchez though.
Sid
First
the
round out.
Sloth or Wally.
Sid.
Yeah, that's another.
Well, was a great character.
All
That
right,
sucks.
here might be the hardest one of all. Tarzan.
Mm,
It's not gonna be hard because or Genie.
mm.
It's got to be Genie.
Yeah, that sucks though.
Yeah, because
Tarzan.
Tarzan's great.
That's just awesome. I really want to watch Tarzan again.
Olaf. How do you feel about Olaf?
I think he's good.
Okay. Or Death from Puss in Boots.
Death.
Yeah, 100%.
Unfair, dude.
I already know this answer to yours. So the next one. Oh, I have Death on here twice. Oh well. Then we'll automatically give it to the person it's going against. But it was going to be Totoro or Death.
Okay.
But Death already.
I was gonna say Death's gonna win one of them. So do we want
Yeah.
Tarzan or Totoro?
I'd say Totoro.
Totoro.
Elsa or Mushu.
Mushu.
Mushu. Lilo or Roger Rabbit.
Lilo.
Goofy or Ahsoka.
Ahsoka.
Agree. The Powderpuff Girls or Phineas.
Phineas.
The goat. Donald Duck or Carl Fredricksen.
Donald Duck.
Yeah, okay. Doc Hudson or Scar.
Doc.
Really? That quick?
Yeah, that quick.
Snow White or Rango.
Rango.
Daffy Duck or Batman.
Batman. Although they're kind of the same.
Who is this? I put Bruce. Oh, Bruce the Shark or Spider-Man. Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Superman or Bambi.
Superman.
And then the final one of the first round is Kim Possible or Cinderella.
Kim.
And then stay tuned for next episode where we can finish the draft.
Ooh.
Mmm.
Cliffhanger.
It'll be interesting. Now we get some good ones. Alrighty. Moving on.
What have you been watching?
What have you been watching, Micah?
Been watching a lot
Yeah.
of pretty good movies.
Yeah.
Starting it off, I watched Licorice Pizza.
Yeah, how is that?
Very uninspired.
Wow. That's gotta be the worst comp or the worst thing to say about a movie. Very uninspired.
Oh my gosh, it was a jumble of garbage. But
isn't that Paul Thomas Anderson? Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
And he made There Will Be Blood.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, he didn't make another one. It's not that bad. I think I give it a 4-star, maybe even a 4.5, like low 4.5.
Interesting.
But just it was just not like it was a well-made movie in my opinion.
Yeah.
I mean visually it was cool. The acting was fine.
Mm-hmm.
Just there's not a character you attach to. There's not a storyline that's super cohesive.
Yeah, you get 4.
it's just not that great.
Gotcha.
Rye Lane, it was pretty good.
Yeah.
To be honest, it was pretty good.
Super different.
It was.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's really not much to say about it. You already said stuff about it before, but it's good.
Right. Nice.
Brokeback Mountain.
Yeah.
Finally watched it after avoiding it for some time.
for very apparent reasons.
Yes.
Yeah. How was it?
It's pretty good.
Yeah. People think it's like amazing.
4.5 stars.
Okay.
It's definitely very sad.
Is it graphic?
The beginning's a little uncomfortable,
Of course. Yeah.
but the rest of it's not,
Okay.
which is pretty good.
Nice. That's good.
So yeah, so I gave it a 4.5 stars. Honestly,
Nice.
I mean, it was a really good movie.
Yeah.
I just don't really agree with it. So
It's your cup of tea.
yeah.
Right. Nice.
I watched Flea.
What the heck is that?
It's an animated movie. About Afghani refugees.
Interesting.
And it was really good. This is actually a really great gay story.
Oh, interesting.
He has a husband. It's not like a gay story. It's about him surviving Russia's invasion into Afghanistan, that stuff. And he just happens to have a husband. It's not in your face. It's just he is, and it talks about that because it's obviously Afghan. He's
Right.
they just don't really do that, and he talks about that. It's like we don't have a word for people who do that, all this sort of stuff.
Interesting.
But it's not a main plot point or anything like that. And it was a really good movie, to be honest. It mixes. There's like certain portions where it's like real footage, but then it's like it switches to anime. It's really cool. And when he like remembers things or recalls things that like he wasn't there for, things along those lines, it goes into like a sketchy like silhouette, like animation style, and it's really cool. It's a good movie.
That's sweet.
Yeah, I would recommend.
Yeah.
I watched The Outsiders. That movie was really, really good.
Did you like it? I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah. Definitely a deserving top Brat Pack film.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was really good.
Nice.
Catch Me If You Can. That movie's really good.
Yeah.
It was interesting because I like looked at it a few times, and I always saw Brighton's rating.
But is it low?
It's like 1.5 stars, something like that.
It's
Like hated it.
What?
And I remember I feel like he had a review too, but he's completely wrong. This is a great movie.
He's completely wrong.
It's an awesome movie. It's very captivating, super interesting, true story, great acting. All of it's perfect,
It's
really.
Tom Hanks, Christopher Walken, and DiCaprio, and Jennifer Garner's in it. Amy Adams, James Brolin. What the hell do you hate this movie? I haven't seen it yet, but
it's a great movie. It's a high 4.5 stars.
Nice.
It's like a 93.
Nice.
Probably.
That's sick.
Something like that. It's a great movie.
Yeah.
I watched Pulp Fiction.
How was that?
It's a good movie.
You rated 5 stars?
I did.
Yeah.
Did. I was probably like a low 5 star. That's
on my list to watch tonight, actually.
Yeah. So it was good. It's interesting because people are like, it's not about well, the character's name is Mia Wallace, but it's what's her face? Uma Thurman.
Oh.
It's not about her at all, but
Gotcha.
honestly I liked it a lot. The ending really pulled everything together.
Brighton has that at a 2.5. That's wild. Every single person I follow on Letterboxd has this at a 5 star.
No, yeah. I tend to disagree with pretty much everything Brighton rates.
That's really funny. Oh, that's so good. Anyway,
no, but he was definitely wrong on these two.
That's funny.
Yeah, no, it was a great movie.
Yeah, that's cool.
And then lastly, the best one
Mhm.
is American Psycho, which is an awesome thriller
Yeah,
and an amazing performance.
Christian Bale.
Like really good. Yeah, highly recommend that. It's definitely my favorite one.
That's cool. Um, we'll start with I watched The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. Because of Easter. I was gonna watch Passion of the Christ, but I was like, I don't feel like putting myself through that. So I watched The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe instead. Good decision. I watched Transformers: Dark of the Moon. I mean, it's just cinematic perfection. Not actually, but it's obviously fun to watch. Last night I watched Rounders. It's like Matt Damon, Edward Norton about like playing poker and like they're down with the mafia and they gotta make money and like there's a really cool scene at the end, which was really entertaining. But it was like if Good Will Hunting was like not as good,
Hmm.
because it's like the same vibe. Like Matt Damon's character is like a genius poker player, like card player. He's like super smart, but he's got like crappy friends and like he messes up with his girl and
Hmm.
just things like that. So he's like a genius, but like Good Will Hunting, just in a different area. And it was
Yeah.
that same vibe. It just obviously was not nearly as good. So it was like fine. I said like maybe 4 stars, maybe. I watched The Land Before Time with Jenna. I didn't realize that movie's only an hour long. It's great. It's incredible. I love it. It's my favorite. And then out of the Land Before Time movies,
Yeah.
old, it's fun, it's a great adventure, it's funny. Petrie's hilarious.
Yeah.
Spike is the greatest silent comedic actor of all time. No, I love it. It's a very good coming of age movie, which sounds weird to say, but I watched Mitchell's versus the Machines. It was good. It's fun. I don't have too much to say about it. Like it was just a very good made animated movie. Um, I watched When Harry Met Sally, which has got to be one of the best rom coms ever made. Just
Hmm.
incredible, hilarious. It's where the whole like guys and girls can't be friends comes from. Didn't know that. Yeah, it was super charming. It was very funny, very predictable plot because it's a rom com, but still very good. I really liked it. Um, Game night, awesome. I gave it 5 stars. I think it's one of the best comedies ever made.
Really? Yeah, I
I
give it
think
like I think 4.5, but
because like
it's definitely really good.
it's hilarious, like it's so funny, but then it had no business being that well shot and directed.
Yeah, that's true.
Like I was like, what? Like this is crazy. Um, so that's been very fun. Watching that, or watching that was very fun.
Yeah.
I think you should rewatch it. I think you'd be higher on it now. I don't know when you watched it. When did you watch it?
Ooh, high school,
Oh, okay. I was like,
senior year maybe.
gotcha. Yeah, I think if you rewatch it, I think you'd like it even more.
Okay.
Um, it's not my favorite
Okay, I'll
comedy.
I'll watch it again.
Favorite comedy's still Hot Rod, but it's up there as one of the best made.
Sweet.
Um, and then 2023 releases. I went and saw Super Mario Bros. Um, I gave it 3 stars, like a 60 out of 100. Okay,
It's not the popular opinion.
the story was not the best. Um,
What is
it,
the story? What'd you say?
uh,
Non-spoiler story.
huh?
Non-spoiler story.
Uh, Bowser is coming to.
He wants Peach.
Yeah, he wants to
That
marry
it.
Peach.
That's it, right?
Yeah, which I
Yeah.
know.
So I get that. That's like what it is though.
I know it's like an actual. It's like what is in the games and stuff. Like he wants Peach, but it just was very. They didn't flesh out any of the story. It was very like, look at all the things we put in here, which like some of the parts were like, very cool, very like fun. I was like, this is just like a joy to watch. That was very true. Um, but it could have been better if the story's a little bit better. It could have been
Gotcha.
very, very good. If they made it like 15 minutes longer and added some more story plot points, it would have been really cool. I thought they handled Chris Pratt's voice very well in terms of why he talks not like it's me, mom, like why he doesn't talk like that. I thought that was hilarious. Openings, like it was funny. I laughed. I enjoyed it. It just wasn't the greatest movie of all time. I don't know.
Sweet.
I have it at a 3. I could probably bump it up to 3.5. You
Yeah.
know, I just guess I was being. I had just watched Air, and so
That's true.
I was like, yeah. Um, I watched Air. Incredible. I gave it 4.5. Could go up to 5 if I rewatched it. I have it like a 93 out of 100, so like high 4.5. Um, it was like funny. It was like a courtroom drama kind of vibe. Ben Affleck is hilarious. Matt Damon was great. Jason Bateman was great. Viola Davis was great. Like it was just so well done, so well written. Like of course, so well directed. Like and just to the point where it was so engaging. And I was like, it's one of the best movies I've seen in a while, especially this year. I think I have John Wick ahead of it, but
Mm.
that's because John Wick was just like a trip. But um, I was surprised. I knew I would like it, and like I obviously I had a like number 5 of the year on our predictions.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was incredible. I was so blown away by it. And like the use of like not showing Michael Jordan's face was so incredibly done. Like,
Really.
oh my, it was like perfect. Like
That's sick.
it like added this like weight of like who he is. And he says one word in the entire movie. Michael Jordan does.
Yeah.
But it's about Violet. It's about his mom and his dad, and um, they just they did such a good job. Matt Damon and Ben Affleck did so. Definitely worth the watch. I think even Maddie would like it. I think Jenna would like it. Like I told mom and dad they need to go see it. It was awesome. And then I've been watching Beef, the new A24 show on Netflix. It's perfect. It's so good. It's hilarious. It's fun. But yeah, it's been
Yeah.
great. It's been a good week for movies.
Sweet.
Sweetness indeed.
And shows. Mandalorian.
Episode 7.
Second to last episode.
This is what I wanted all season.
It was really good.
It
It
was
was so
awesome.
good. Granted, I liked this season already.
I do like this.
Besides the last episode, this season I thought was great.
Yeah,
Honestly,
yeah.
was pretty peak Star Wars.
I very much enjoyed it.
But this episode was like peak Star Wars,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah, it was awesome. Um, yeah, like
Spoilers.
yeah, spoilers ahead. All the kind of like when they reunited with the other Mandalorians was like super cool. Um, but then like we're taking over Mandalore. I was like, let's freaking go! Like
I know.
this is awesome. Like I've been waiting for this. And then they got there, and obviously they met the other guy. You know,
Yeah, Moff Gideon and
Moff
the
Gideon
Empire base.
was there on Mandalore. I was like,
Was,
no way.
and they're all decked in Beskar.
Yeah,
Beskar, like, and his whole thing too is, bro, terrifying. When he was like, what did he say? What was all the groups? He was like, because he said Jedi, like Sith, Mandalorian, and
they all play
something
a
else.
part.
There was one other race, a
Uh-huh.
Star Wars race, he said, but I don't remember what it was.
Was it the clones? It was the clones, I think.
Oh yeah, clones.
Clones.
And he's like, they all, each group has its strengths. And he's like, and but together, they're taking the best parts of each and creating. I was like, dude, bro.
So good. It's so good. And like
Yeah, they came out looking like the Royal Guards or whatever, the all red. Oh, dude, it was sick.
It was so fire.
But and Beskar, and his thing was sick too. Moff Gideon's
Moff Gideon's suit.
his suit.
It was just
fire.
and like the action was great. Um yeah, it was so good. But they're gonna freaking torture Din Djarin.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, and the
It's
whole
gonna be rough.
I want Grogu to be like a Jedi.
So do I. Just itching.
I'm
Just
dying
itching.
for him to like use a lightsaber and like
His part in this episode was hilarious.
it was so like with
They've done such a good job with the Grogu humor.
it's
This
so
season.
It's
It's
good.
been so good.
He's
It's
like,
been the funniest thing ever.
no, yes,
yes,
no.
yes, yes, yes. It's just
when he split the two apart and went, no.
yeah, yeah, I know. No,
It's
no.
They've done such a good job. Yeah, okay. I didn't think about this. I don't know why, but then I saw a TikTok of some saying it, and I can't get out of my head every time Grogu moves. They said all they're doing is just throwing a puppet around, and I was like, "Oh no!" It just ruined this for me because it just looks like it used to. Like I used to think, "Oh, he's jumping," and now I'm like,
They just
throw a puppet. I
it.
didn't think about it until then, and I was like, "You just ruined this for me." But
Oh yeah, that's so good.
no, it was such a good episode.
The episode was amazing.
Giancarlo Esposito is fantastic. Obviously, Pedro Pascal is still great. Jon Favreau's character was cool at the end. Obviously, he died sadly.
Which is really sad because he has a son.
Yeah. But like obviously, Bo-Katan's is super cool too. And then that black guy, that the survivor that was there, that was in Top Gun.
Yeah,
he was good too. He was really cool.
Yep. There's a bunch of. It's really cool they're going into all the Mandalore.
Nice. I hope you're proud. I hope you're proud of that one.
I am proud of that one. That's why I started laughing before I said it. Yeah, but just all the groups.
Yeah.
The Night Owls, obviously, she was the only like remnant that was like shown. Really, she carries the mark or whatever on the helmet. Right. But seeing the actual survivor Night Owl is sick. They name dropped Death Watch.
Yep.
Which talking to the Forge chick or whatever, which is like confirmation, right? Because they said it because she looks like she was a part of Death Watch. She got her horns because at one point the leader of Death Watch was Darth Maul.
Mm-hmm.
He killed Pre Vizsla.
Oh, interesting.
And took the Darksaber and was head of Death Watch, which is like a rebellion Mandalorian group against the whatever government of Mandalore.
Mm-hmm.
And all that stuff.
Right.
And now it's dispersed into, separate groups, which is, I don't know, it's just all super sick.
It is very, very cool. I don't know what's gonna happen next episode, but I'm ready.
I don't know. Hopefully a lot. This episode was long too. It was like 50 minutes.
Yeah, it was long. It was very good.
I hope the next one's like an hour and a half.
Yeah, it's a movie. Could you imagine? That'd be awesome.
That would be sick. I hope it's at least an hour though. Hour runtime.
Yeah, hour runtime
would be nice.
Yeah, it was a sick episode. I was not expecting it.
Neither was I. I wasn't expecting to be that good. I was expecting them to kind of like get back on track. But
it also felt like, oh, this was not a side quest.
I know. It finally all brought everything together, that's been my favorite part about this season, is that not a lot of it's felt like side quests.
Yeah.
Except for the one episode.
Yeah, it was such a bad episode.
My favorite was the TikTok of that episode, and it's like, here guys, I fixed episode 6. And it's like, we should go in on foot. And it cuts to them walking up to the group, and it's like, doo-doo! Starts playing the song.
Yeah, it's over. That's hilarious. That's so good. Did you know how that guy made the Obi-Wan cut?
Yeah, I know someone else is making one.
No, Disney bought it from the guy for like $3 million.
Really?
Yeah.
Because there's a dude making a movie, an actual movie, and he's a visual effects artist, and he worked on Star Wars stuff,
Hmm.
projects, and he's making another one that is, like, insanely different, changing color grading, all these different things.
Oh, about Obi-Wan?
Yeah, for the show, but he's making it into a movie. But
Interesting.
it's not it's a lot different. He's reshooting things and using VFX. So he's like getting people to like play like Obi-Wan and then using VFX and deep faking
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
to shoot new scenes and things like that. So
That's
he's like actually making he's not just splicing and rearranging
interesting.
things to make more sense.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So like that'll be pretty sick. I'm excited for that.
Right. Yeah, that's amazing. I
But
love
them
that.
buying that movie, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I was like, wow. I just saw an article about it a few days ago.
Maybe they'll do something with it.
Put it out on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
I still have it downloaded. I never
I
watched it.
downloaded it, but I haven't watched it.
I
I
haven't
still
watched
have
it.
it downloaded.
Yeah, I haven't watched it either. Might have to do that. Hour and a half.
Yeah.
Um, movie of the week. A Silent Voice.
Yeah. Frick you, dude.
This was so good.
Oh my gosh. I cried for like 30 minutes
I
straight.
cried so much.
30 I like uncontrollably bawled for like 30 minutes straight.
It was so sad. It was literally so sad. It was so
It was
good.
probably one of the saddest movies I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And it was really freaking good too.
I put it like 97 out of 100. I want
Yeah,
to
I'd
say
probably give it 97, 98.
because
Like,
I
wow.
said it wasn't as good as Totoro, but I mean that's not saying a lot. Totoro's amazing,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
oh my gosh, oh my! I tried writing a review and I just was crying. I was like, what did I say? It's pretty funny. I was
Oh, it's so good.
yeah, was it?
I couldn't believe it, to be honest, how good it was. The whole concept of everything.
Yeah,
And I cared so much. I don't know the last time I cared so much for characters.
right. Like they were just so lovable, so likable.
So likable.
Um, like just the I don't even know. Like it followed the bully, which was interesting, not the one receiving. Like they followed both, but like
Yeah,
it,
but it was about him.
yeah,
He was the main character. Yeah. I know. It was hard from this like it was hard in the beginning watching him bully her. All that was super difficult.
right.
And then it transitioned to them
Mm-hmm.
and just, wow. I don't know, dude. He is so good.
Yeah, I said, like, A Silent Voice is a beautiful film. Messages that run deep and true. It revolves around these characters. The film's beautifully animated, but surprisingly, it's not what makes the movie good. And then I said the story was, this was a story that dealt with a whole list of heavy topics. They did it so well: depression, suicide, love, and redemption. And then I was like in the middle, and then I wrote, "I'm crying. I don't know what to say." And then I put my review of it. Like I don't know, dude. Like what a
Yeah.
such a good story of redemption.
I don't know. There's not a whole lot to say about it because it really didn't have anything wrong with it, and it was. I mean, it was just so good.
This is one of those movies where like I think about it and I'm like, it makes me sad when like Jenna's like, I don't want to watch an anime movie. Like those are weird.
Yeah, like I don't want to watch anime. No,
Like
no, Maddie's literally gonna never see this movie.
and it's one of the greatest
So
pieces
good.
of like it's not the greatest movie ever, but like in
It's
terms
one of
of
them though. Like you
how
know,
how good a movie can visually be, a story can be, but also how deep a message can be. Like that's what you want in movies. Like sometimes, obviously, it's like it's so good.
yeah.
It's
I don't
so
know.
so sad. Oh my gosh.
Literally everything about it was so good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Unbelievable.
This guy said this guy George that I follow. He says, "I didn't sleep last night. I stayed up crying, thinking about this
I
effing
saw,
movie.
I
I
saw that.
I also violently demolished a pint of ice cream. Like, I feel this so hard. Yeah, it's a remarkable movie. Um, I'm so
Oh
glad.
yeah,
I wanted to watch it a while ago, but didn't. And I'm glad, really glad I did. That we did this.
yeah, it's so good.
Also, shout out Jackson for being the first person to text us. What the fuck?
So funny.
Shocking, right? So, well, yeah, it's an. I don't want to say too much. It's incredibly thoughtful. It's
Yeah,
incredibly contemplative. It's incredibly well shot and animated, and you'll cry. If you don't cry,
just watch it.
you have no soul.
You literally just have to watch it.
Yeah, it's one of those movies. It's hard to review. Just watch the movie.
Yeah,
So
recommended. Well, it's been a good episode.
yeah,
Long episode.
longest one in a while. Probably.
Um, yeah. But thanks everyone for listening. If you're still here, we appreciate you.
We do.
You're a real one.
Jackson.
And yeah. Yeah, life's tough, Jackson. Get a helmet.